Good morning everyone, my name is Jesse Reynard. Thank you for checking out my channel. Today is another Saturday Photoshop hack and we will be talking about lens blur. Cue the intro. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys about, I guess we'll do 3 different methods in a very quick time frame. So we're going to talk about the tilt shift method, a quick selection tool method, and then using lens blur and then taking it out with a layer mask. So stay tuned, watch the whole video. These tips are definitely going to help you improve your photos, especially when you run into a situation where you shoot at like f4 or something and you just don't have that background blur that you're looking for. So we'll get started with that. Okay, so the first image is of my mom's cat. The bokeh is already pretty good on this, but basically I just want to bring the attention to the eyes. So the first thing you want to do is duplicate your layer, so you can do Command J. And then what I want you to do is grab the gradient tool. Select the foreground to transparent. Make sure you have this option selected right over here. Reflected gradient. Opacity 100. Mode normal. And basically you just want to click somewhere, drag it down, and you may have to do this a few times because you want the red section, you want that to be the foreground that you want to keep in focus. The rest is going to be blurred out. Alright, so this is a perfect plane of focus that I want. So basically with the layer selected that has a gradient on it, you want to go to select, you want to go to focus area. You'll want to let it load, but I'm just going to hit OK. For the parameters, I let it go to auto. You can select how in focus you want it to be. So as you can see now, there's this square that is highlighted on the screen. So basically you just select layer 1. I'm going to just hide layer 2 for now that has the gradient on it. And as you can see, the selection is on layer 1. So this is pretty easy from here. All you have to do is you go to filter, blur, lens blur. So as you can see, it's actually blurring the selection that we chose. But if you just click invert here, so now the plane of focus is in focus. And then radius is where you actually adjust how much blur you want to add. So this is before, this is with a whole ton of blur. So just for the sake of this video and like, I don't know, making it dramatic, I'm just going to increase the radius quite a bit. So here you can change the blade curvature. I'm just going to keep it around 8 or 9. Under preview, you can make it more accurate if you want to see the more accurate preview, just like what it's called. But as you can see down at the bottom, it takes a lot longer to load. So I'm just going to click faster and then hit OK. So while it loads, I'm going to just talk about this very quickly with you guys. So the whole point of these Photoshop hacks and really bringing your photo into Photoshop is to increase or enhance whatever you want to do to your photo. So a lot of photographers will take a picture, they'll edit it in Lightroom, and then they'll just be completely happy with it, and then they'll post it on Instagram and all that stuff. But I strongly believe in not settling on a photo. So even if you take it and you're like it's okay, but you're not 100% happy with it, and then just bring it into Photoshop and do what you need to do to be happy with it. So you can always my cat's doing something stupid. So you can always like add in backgrounds, you can create this lens blur. You can create the fake lens flare that I created a video last week on. You can basically do anything you want in Photoshop to really enhance your photos. So really the lesson learned is don't settle on any sort of image and make it truly how you want it to be. Okay, so this is done loading. We're just going to deselect. There's short commands for this, so you can do Command D, that will deselect it. So as you can see, this is the before, this is the after, before, after. And I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's kind of a neat effect where it just brings a focus on the eyes of the cat. And I think it definitely makes your picture stand out from just a typical cat photo to something where we're bringing the attention to the eyes of the cat. Alright, so with this image, it's an image of my car that we took. So basically you want to duplicate your layer. The reason why you always want to duplicate your layer is you never want to work off the original just in case you make a mistake. It's really easy to just go back and start over again. So here you just go to filter, you want to go to blur, lens blur. So we're just going to be ridiculous with this and we're just going to blur it out like crazy. Alright, so we have the image blurred. It's the before, this is the after. Okay, so all you want to do now is to create your layer mask like I showed you in the last video. Go to your paint tool, go to your opacity, and just draw over the area that you want in focus. So obviously this is going to be like super fake looking, as you can see. So if you want to add back the focus, you just switch it back to white and then draw over it. So I don't think we just want to leave the car in focus because it does look really, really fake. So I'm just gonna maybe add some focus to the foreground, add some focus like that. Actually, you know what, we don't want the background to be that in focus or else it's going to look fake again. We really just want like the foreground to match the depth of field. Yeah, I mean this is quick demonstration, but basically that's the before and after. So you definitely want your like a space down on the ground to be in focus because that's typically how, say if I'm shooting this on like a 50mm or something, it's how the image would really look. It wouldn't just be a car in focus, it would be the car and then the ground where the car was in focus as well. So these are just very quick demonstrations of how you can add lens blur to your photo. You can do it by the quick selection tool. You can do it by just adding blur and then doing your quick mask and just masking out the area that you want to keep in focus. And then you can do the tilt shift method, and you can use this tilt shift method on cityscapes, different things that you really want to create that tilt shift, like that tilt shift blur or whatever. Or you could just get really creative with it like how I did with the cat picture. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I'm going to keep creating these videos every Saturday, so please let me know in the comments if you're actually learning something, and if you want to see more, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell if you want notifications. This is extremely helpful to stay up to date with all my videos. And I think next video we're going to give a preset giveaway, so we'll revert back to Lightroom so we're not focusing always on Photoshop, but stay tuned for next Saturday's video. Maybe I'll sneak one in during the week, who knows, right? But thanks for watching. Peace.